Alex Eala's US Open campaign has taken its first hit, but not in the singles event everyone is waiting for. Today in New York, Eala and Canadian star Felix Auger-Aliassime were eliminated from the 2026 US Open Mixed Doubles Championship, falling 4-1 to the husband and wife team of Elina Svitolina and Gaël Monfils at Louis Armstrong Stadium. The match lasted just 39 minutes, and while the scoreline was decisive, there is an important reason why Alex Eala fans should not overreact to this defeat. This was mixed doubles, played under the tournament's radically shortened format, and Eala's main event, the US Open Women's Singles Draw, has not even started yet. So, if you were watching for today's Alex Eala result, here it is: Eala and Auger-Aliassime are out of the mixed doubles tournament after losing both sets 4-1. Svitolina and Monfils advanced, and they did it by taking control almost immediately. For Eala, this was her first Grand Slam mixed doubles appearance, and the result ends that experiment earlier than Filipino fans hoped. But the bigger story is what happens next, because Alex is about to enter the part of the US Open that could define the next chapter of her extraordinary 2026 season. The setting itself was significant. Louis Armstrong Stadium in Flushing Meadows hosted a matchup that looked almost tailor-made for the entertainment side of Fan Week. On one side were Eala and Auger-Aliassime, two of the sport's rapidly rising stars. On the other were Svitolina and Monfils, an experienced married couple with years of elite-level singles and doubles experience between them. The matchup was part of the revamped US Open Mixed Doubles Championship, which is being staged during Fan Week before the women's and men's singles main draws begin. And there was another interesting detail: this was not simply a routine doubles pairing. Eala and Auger-Aliassime received a wild card into a field packed with superstar combinations. The official US Open entry list included pairings such as Aryna Sabalenka with Novak Djokovic, Jessica Pegula with Taylor Fritz, Iga Swiatek with Casper Ruud, Amanda Anisimova with Lerna Tien, Serena Williams with Carlos Alcaraz, and Svitolina with Monfils. So Eala was stepping into one of the most attention-grabbing mixed doubles fields the tournament has assembled. But once the match started, Svitolina and Monfils made one thing clear: they were not interested in allowing the occasion to overwhelm their tennis. The shortened mixed doubles format gives players very little time to recover from a slow start. There are only 4 games required to win a set, which means one early break can completely change the complexion of the set. That is exactly what happened here. Eala and Auger-Aliassime never found the rhythm they needed, while Svitolina and Monfils immediately looked comfortable in the rapid-fire environment. The first set finished 4-1, and that score tells you how quickly the opening phase slipped away from Eala and Auger-Aliassime. The key difference was not simply power. It was efficiency. Svitolina and Monfils converted all 3 of their breakpoint opportunities, while Eala and Auger-Aliassime did not create a breakpoint at all. That is an enormous statistical difference in a set that contains only 4 games. When your opponents are perfect on break chances and you have 0 opportunities to break back, there is almost no margin for recovery. The serve statistics tell another part of the story. Both teams produced 3 aces, so Eala and Auger-Aliassime were not simply being blown off the court by superior serving. But Svitolina and Monfils won 87% of their first serve points compared with 47% for Eala and Auger-Aliassime in the available match statistics. That is the kind of efficiency that can make a short-format doubles match disappear very quickly. The second serve numbers were closer, but even there, the difference in first serve effectiveness created pressure. Svitolina and Monfils won 43% of their second serve points, while Eala and Auger-Aliassime won 45%. In other words, when the first serve landed, the advantage was heavily with the eventual winners. When both teams were forced into second serve situations, the contest became much more balanced. That is important when analyzing Eala's performance because the 4-1 scoreline can make the match look more one-sided than every individual point actually was. Eala and Auger-Aliassime did produce 3 aces, matching their opponents. They also finished with 9 winners according to the available statistics, compared with 8 for Svitolina and Monfils. But the winners could not compensate for the pressure they faced on serve and return. The pair also recorded 9 unforced errors, while Svitolina and Monfils were credited with 7. And that brings us to the biggest tactical problem. Eala and Auger-Aliassime simply did not generate enough return pressure. The available match statistics show Svitolina and Monfils winning 54% of return points, compared with only 27% for the Eala Auger-Aliassime team. That is a massive gap in a format where every return can become a potential scoring opportunity almost immediately. The second set followed the same pattern. Rather than allowing Eala and Auger-Aliassime to reset and build momentum, Svitolina and Monfils maintained control and closed it out 4-1. There was no extended third set battle, no long single-style recovery period, and no opportunity for Eala to gradually work her way back into the contest. The entire match was over in only 39 minutes. That is one of the strangest aspects of evaluating today's Alex Eala match. In singles, a 4-1 defeat would obviously be a major warning sign. In this mixed doubles format, the context is completely different. The sets are dramatically shorter, the tactical patterns are different, and the presence of 4 players changes virtually every rally. One poor service game can effectively decide an entire set. So what did Alex Eala actually show today? There were positives. She stepped onto a major stadium court at the US Open as a 21-year-old player who is now ranked inside the world's top 20. She competed alongside one of the highest-ranked male players in the field, Felix Auger-Aliassime, and faced a pair consisting of a former world number 3 singles player in Svitolina and a globally recognized veteran in Monfils. The experience itself matters. Mixed doubles demands communication, positioning, rapid decision-making, net awareness, and an understanding of how to cover space when your partner is attacking. Eala is still developing every part of her professional game, and today gave her another opportunity to experience a completely different competitive environment. But there are also lessons that cannot be ignored. The biggest one is starting faster. In a shortened format, there is almost no such thing as a slow opening. In singles, a player can lose a few early games and still have an hour or more to adjust. Here, the match can effectively be decided before the players have even fully settled into the rhythm of the court. The second lesson is return pressure. Eala and Auger-Aliassime finished with 0 break points, while Svitolina and Monfils converted all 3 opportunities they created. That tells us that the winning pair consistently found ways to put the opposing team under pressure, while Eala and Auger-Aliassime were forced to defend far too often. The third lesson is efficiency. The statistics show Eala's team had the same number of aces as their opponents and actually recorded 1 more winner, but that did not translate into games. That is a classic example of why raw power and highlight reel shots do not always determine a doubles match. Shot selection, first serve effectiveness, positioning, and converting the few chances available can matter much more. There was also a fascinating human element to the match. Svitolina and Monfils are one of the most recognizable couples in tennis, and their chemistry was obvious from the way they handled the short format contest. They got off to a fast start and never allowed Eala and Auger-Aliassime to establish the kind of rhythm needed to turn the match into a battle. The US Open itself highlighted their victory, including the celebratory kiss between the married pair after they sealed the win. For Eala, however, the most important thing is not the mixed doubles score. It is what this defeat does, and does not do, to her singles campaign. The answer is simple. Today's mixed doubles loss does not erase what she has accomplished in singles during 2026. Eala has just reached a new career-high WTA ranking of number 18, becoming the highest-ranked Southeast Asian woman in WTA history. She moved from number 20 to number 18 in the latest rankings and has established herself as one of the biggest breakthrough stories of the season. That ranking rise has come from her singles results, not from today's mixed doubles appearance. And that distinction matters. There are no WTA singles ranking points being added or removed because of this mixed doubles defeat. Her singles ranking position therefore remains part of the bigger story as she prepares for the tournament that truly matters to her ranking, the US Open Women's Singles main draw. Her 2026 season has already delivered milestones that would have sounded almost unbelievable a year ago. She won her first WTA Tour singles title in Washington, became the first Filipina to win a WTA singles title, reached the 4th round at Wimbledon, made another deep run in North America, and climbed into the world's top 20. ESPN described her return to New York as a return as a fundamentally different player from the one who arrived for her US Open debut last year. That transformation is why today's loss should be viewed as a side story rather than the defining story of her US Open. And there is an even bigger reason for optimism. The women's singles draw has not yet been revealed. The official US Open schedule says the 2026 women's singles draw will be released on Thursday, August 27th, while the singles main draw begins on August 30th. That means there is still time for Eala to train, recover and prepare specifically for her singles opponent. In fact, her next scheduled appearance is not even an official WTA match. On Thursday, August 27th, Eala is scheduled to play Iva Jovic in the Stars of the Open exhibition at Arthur Ashe Stadium. The event begins at 6 p.m. New York time and features several of the sport's most exciting young players. That match could be particularly interesting because Eala and Jovic are close friends, but they have already met twice on tour this year, with Jovic winning both encounters in straight sets. The exhibition does not offer ranking points, so the pressure is fundamentally different from a real Grand Slam match. But it gives Eala another chance to play on the biggest stage in tennis before her actual US Open singles campaign begins. And then comes the real target: the US Open Women's Singles Tournament. This is where Eala has the opportunity to change the conversation completely. Last year she arrived in New York as a young player ranked outside the top 70 and immediately made history by defeating Clara Tauson in a dramatic 3-set first-round match. This year she returns as a top 20 player, a seeded competitor and a player who has already beaten some of the biggest names in the sport. That is an enormous difference. The pressure is higher, but so is the belief. Greg Rusedski, the former world number 4 and US Open finalist, has already backed Eala to make a deep run in New York. He said he would not be surprised to see her reach the quarterfinals or even semifinals, while emphasizing her mentality, intensity, and belief as major strengths. Rusedski also pointed to her ability to embrace the atmosphere of major stadiums and specifically mentioned the huge crowds she has attracted during her North American run. That is perhaps the most important external validation Eala has received heading into this tournament. The conversation around her is no longer simply about whether she can compete at the Grand Slam level. It is about how far she can go. And that changes how we should interpret today. A 39-minute mixed doubles loss can feel disappointing, especially when the score is 4-1, 4-1. But Eala did not lose her singles ranking. She did not lose her singles draw position. She did not lose the momentum of her Washington title. She did not lose the experience of reaching the 4th round at Wimbledon. And she certainly did not lose the progress that carried her into the WTA top 20. What she lost today was a mixed doubles match. Nothing more and nothing less. There is also no verified basis to claim that Eala has already received a specific singles prize money amount from the 2026 US Open at this point, because the women's singles main draw has not started. The Mixed Doubles Championship does have a $1 million top prize, but Eala and Auger-Aliassime's elimination means they will not advance toward that championship. The available reports confirm their exit but do not establish an individual payout for Eala, so it would be irresponsible to invent one. That is an important distinction for anyone following Alex Eala today. There is a lot of excitement surrounding her, and that excitement creates a temptation to turn every result into a major headline. But the best post-match analysis has to separate the emotional reaction from the actual competitive significance. Today's result is a defeat, but it is not a setback to her singles season. If anything, the short mixed doubles campaign could give Eala valuable information before the real tournament begins. She experienced Louis Armstrong Stadium in a competitive environment, played against 2 experienced players, worked alongside a new partner, and dealt with the unique pressure of a major event doubles format. Those are experiences she can carry forward. And the timing is actually favorable. She now has time before the singles draw begins. The official schedule has the singles first round starting August 30th, meaning Eala can use the remaining fan week period to focus entirely on preparing for her next major challenge. For a player whose 2026 season has been built around continuous growth, that matters. Remember what Eala looked like at the beginning of this season compared with now. She has gone from promising young player to WTA title winner. She has gone from outside the top 30 to number 18 in the world. She has gone from being a player fans wanted to watch to someone tournament organizers know can draw major attention. And she has gone from entering Grand Slams hoping to make an impact to entering them as a seeded player. That is why the next few days are so fascinating. The mixed doubles result is already final. Svitolina and Monfils won 4-1, 4-1 in 39 minutes. Eala and Auger-Aliassime are out. The statistics show 3 aces apiece, 3 breakpoints converted from 3 chances for the winners, 0 breakpoints for Eala and Auger-Aliassime, and a significant advantage for Svitolina and Monfils in first serve points and return points. But the bigger Alex Eala story is just beginning. Her singles draw is still to come. Her opponent is still to be determined. Her seeding is expected to be among the highest of her career. And the expectations surrounding her are unlike anything she experienced when she first walked into Flushing Meadows. That is the real test. Can Alex Eala take everything she has learned from Washington, Wimbledon, Toronto,